Chevrolet. Coming on in. Yeah, they coming on in. All right, how you doing?
Tell her she's in front of the microphone. Okay, there you go. There you go. Hi.
Time I hear something, I'm in the car. So I called my son, told me he had to be 6 weeks.
Of honoring Harriet and Oscar on their 40 years of marriage. I think that's a great accomplishment by anyone. And I certainly hope that you will enjoy your dinner. And their daughter has went to a lot of problems to make this a lot of trouble to make this a very enjoyable day for you. The waitresses and the employees will be serving your salad at the table. After that, we will ask the head table to come up the stairway on the right, go through the food line, and return from the balcony on the other side. Then Ronnie, your waitress, will be coming and telling you which table to go immediately after that. So we will go table per table.
I'd like to thank you all so much for coming out this afternoon to help us, the Guyton children, celebrate our parents' 40th anniversary. To us, they're the best parents in the world. And this is a small way we thought we could honor them on their special day. Because some of our guests have to leave early, we're going to deviate from the program a little bit. And we're asking, Bishop Scott would like to make some remarks. And I'd like to ask him, after he makes his remarks, would he ask a blessing?
To our very fine honored guests, allow me to say Deacon Guyton and wife, better known as Chairman. The deacons cry out, Brother Chairman. I want to say that I know they're talking about Deacon Guyton, one of the most faithful persons in our church. His wife by his side. And I find that these two persons, along with the entire family, is very special with all of us. It was on March, I've been that good close. But I would say around 40 years ago, that was a special wedding. And that was the wedding of Deacon Guyton and his dear wife. And I seem I can hear the words over again at this moment. But I'll take this woman to be thy wedded wife, to have and to hold. From this day forward, for better or for worse. And I am sure that these two persons can say they have been acquainted with that statement many times, dealing with the long period of time that they have here. 40 years of being joined together in marriage union. As I look back and see how God had respect for the number 40. You look back in the Old Testament, Moses led the children of Israel for 40 days. I would like for the children to pass this on. $40 per mile. $40. Pass it on. Oh, glory. All right, the Lord loves all of us, right? Amen. All right, you know I'm a poor hand and put on. I say what I want to say. I'm trying to call time to enjoy each other, especially for these 3 years that they have rejoiced together, they have cried together, they have had that trouble together. And now, oh God, they're crowning. You are crowning their years with fatness wonderful preacher. I thank you for the deacons from the various points who are here this evening. As we join with this man, Deacon Guyton, and his dear wife, we thank you for the entire family, and for the joy, and for the peace that thou hast given our friends and guests who join here this evening. You said, Lord, in all of our ways, acknowledge you, and you will direct our path. On this, a great day, a day that which is leaving an indelible memory in our minds concerning the great affair that happened around 40 years ago. We're celebrating this day. Now I pray that I would bless everyone's under the sound of my voice, and bless the food that we are about to make an intake of. Let it give strength to our bodies, and let our bodies continue to be used to thy service. Prosper now and send help to the sinner. Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord.
There's a scripture in the Bible, in the 6th chapter of Ephesians, it said, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right." And it goes on down to the 2nd verse. It said, "Honor thy father." Daddy, I did say father first this time. Not father and mother, that your days may be long. And I'm just really glad to be here, and I'm glad that all of you all are here to help us celebrate it. Mom will love you. Dad will love you.
45 years ago. If you were looking through the Globe or the paper or the Post paper and the advertising section, as I did 40 years ago, I had the opportunity to check it out. I'm only 37. In the advertising section, you will have noticed maybe Warner Hilton, that's on 8th and Washington. They had a sale, well, not necessarily a sale, they were selling suits, all wool suits for $30 and $35. Or maybe Lane Bryant's, they had furs, they were selling all the furs for $39. Or you could maybe have gotten a top of the line woman's suit for $29. Or maybe you was checking the Easter sale in Sticksbury and Fuller. Women's dresses were going for $7.98. Or an all-wool cardigan suit, $14.98. Or maybe some of you all were in the market for maybe a bedroom suite or a living room suite. Beedman's had it for $59. Yes, I know some of you might be saying, well, you have to know what those prices meant today and comparing the value, but what I'd like to say on that particular date that really meant something to us, March 23rd, 1945, Henrietta Jackson, my mother, and Oscar Guyton, my father, were united in matrimony in Columbus, Mississippi at 5:30 p.m. The marriage was officiated by a Reverend Clay. Oscar Guyton, he was in the Navy at the time, and on his leave from the Navy, he got married. He made good a promise he made to Mom that he would marry her after his 21st birthday. In 1946, after he got out of the service, they moved to St. Louis. To support his wife and later his family, Oscar's first job was on a loading dock, unloading trucks, usually potatoes, other perishable goods. Next, he worked at Burkhart Manufacturing Company. He worked there for 2.5 years. Then he worked at American Steel Foundry for 1 year before he was laid off. He then went to school. He went to refrigeration school and then upholstery school. And around that time, he was informed of a job at Leonson Box Company, which he took. He worked there for about 32 years. When one day, he had about a 15-minute notice that he was laid off. That was in 1981. Since then, well, he bought a pickup truck and he'd been doing odd-end jobs to make ends meet. Henrietta, our mother, she helped out in addition to raising a family. She worked on jobs such as down at the Frisco building downtown. She also worked at Angelica's jacket company during the war and at Selmo's. Then in the early 60s, the family opened a food shop called the Henrietta's Confectionery. She worked there for about 13 years. She later worked for a home health care agency. She is currently doing some private duty nursing. She became a member of Livingstone Church of God in early 1959 at the building when it was on, at the church when it was on Sarah, just before it moved. She got saved shortly afterwards, and she became a missionary. Oscar Guyton, my father, he was a member of Mount Zion Baptist Church. In 1960, he began going to Livingstone as a moral support to my mother. At a watch meeting for the old year going out, 1960, and the new year coming in 1961, he was baptized. He got saved the next day. He became a deacon of Livingstone Church of God in 1960. And he was appointed chairman of the deacon board by the pastor, Bishop Scott, in 1968, a position he still holds. From this bond, Mr. and Mrs. Guyton, came 6 children, 3 girls and 3 boys. Oscar Jr., me, Eddie, Loretta, Gwendolyn, Shirley, and finally Philip. In a conversation with my parents, I found out that neither of them had spent a night away from home because of an argument the entire 40 years. We, the children, would like to say again, Mom and Dad, we love you. Next we'll have flower presentation by Shirley.
Good evening. Like he said, I'm Shirley Guyton, the younger of the guys. Just I have to note that now. Okay, happy anniversary to Mom and Dad, and this is a little poem. Give me flowers where I can behold the beauty they all transcend, and let me touch their gentleness while I couple them in my hand. Let me breathe their sweet fragrance as the wind blows softly my way. Give me my flowers while I can enjoy them. Give me my flowers today. We, Guiding Children, would like to present these roses to you on your 40th anniversary.
Okay, right now, I'm going to have Philip Guyton come, and he has a presentation.
This is not really a presentation. This is just something that we noticed sometime in the past with the anniversary. I think it was thought of or brought out between Loretta or Gwen. One of the things that we noticed special about our names that our parents hadn't really realized, or they hadn't done anything specific in reference to it, is that if you take the first letter of each of the children's name as I call out their names, you will get something special out of it that the Lord has done, with the children in reference to our parents. The first name is Gwendolyn. The second is Oscar. The third is Shirley. Fourth is Philip. Then there's Eddie and Loretta. If you join the first initials of each one of those names, it spells gospel. And that's something that I think the Lord has really, just brought about within, to let us know that in order for our families to stay together, and it has, it was through the Word of God. And we are very grateful to our parents for being an outstanding, set of parents. I can't think of anyone else that I would look more so to as a role model. They have been excellent. Like Oscar, my older brother Oscar, had mentioned, we've never seen them, argue or fight or, our dad stay away from home. Mother has been a mama, and there's something special for the names to transcend from mother to mama. And, she's always been there for us, and we really, really would like to let you know, Mom, that we really appreciate that and we love you for it. And in the same essence, my father has always been a daddy, and we love you for that too, Dad. So again, thank you very much for being who you are, our parents. I have a correction. Sister Taylor, would you please stand? This is the person who came about with the gospel. So we're saying thank you.
I get confused with my brother. Okay, right now we have a special presentation from the grandchildren. First we'll start with Ryan Guyton Wilson.
ABC, can't you see? I'm so glad that you did. Yesterday, we didn't pour it over. But I'm going to Alex.
Okay, next we will have Jacoby Guyton.
Dear Grandma and Grandpa, I simply want you to know how nice things have been since I met you, how very special it is to spend time with you, and how much better life seems with you in my heart. Happy anniversary, Grandma and Grandpa.
Now we have Jason Guyton.
Special. Special is a word that is used to describe something one of a kind, like a hug or a sunset, or a person who spreads love with a smile or kind gesture. Special describes people who act from the heart and keep in mind the hearts of others. Special applies to something that is admired and precious, and which can never be replaced. Special is the word that best describes you. Grandma and Grandpa, happy anniversary.
Very good, very good. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. Now we have Stacy Robin Wilson.
Talking about a love affair, this day I will never miss. For my grandparents love me, and I'm very sure of this. And I love them. It's hard not to do when they are especially sweet and kind to you. So on your 40th anniversary, together, nothing else matters. This is a love affair, and I will always love you.
Very good, very good. And the last, Jaya Guyton. This is my daughter.
I'm going to sing a song called Memories, and I'm going to dedicate it to Grandma and Grandpa. Memories, like the corners of my mind, misty watercolored memories, for the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another, for the way we were. Could it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories may be beautiful, and yet what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember, whenever we remember the way we were, the way we were.
Very good, very good. Wasn't that wonderful? Let's give our kids a hand. Now we have acknowledgement of cards and gifts. Gwendolyn Green.
I thank the Lord for being here because I am honored to be present at my beautiful parents' 40th anniversary. In behalf of our parents, I would like to thank you for their many cards and gifts. And since there are so many, we are going to let them open them at home. Okay. I would like to give special thanks to Sister Baxter for making a lovely cake.
special thanks to Sister Barbara Ivy for the lovely family centerpiece arrangement. Barbara, would you please? There is a special card and letter that has arrived to someone who is very special to us. And it's a person who just heard about the anniversary and wanted to acknowledge it. Since this was a surprise to all of us, and I'm sure it will be to my mom and dad, I would like to read it and share it with you and read it to them. It says, Happy Anniversary to Mom and Dad Guyton. We, your Tulsa children, wish you the best. I'll never be able to adequately thank you for your kindness to me. Your love for me showed me more of Jesus than any church could ever teach. Thank you for showing me what a lovely family could be. I regret that Marshall, my son, will not be able to directly be influenced by you. But rest assured, I remember all the good that I learned under your roof, and I'll pass it on with all our love. Clifton, Barbara, and Marshall's house. And they sent to you one $200 and one $100 savings fund. And that concludes my work.
Go through and read out what everybody gave. But Mom and Dad thought it would be a good idea to do that. Originally, the reason why we didn't want to do it because we thought we might leave somebody out. And you know how that is. But since they requested it, we're going to attempt to go through and read out what people gave.
Okay, this is from Margie, Ira, and Bobby, and it's $60. I'll take a little time now. I don't know how much time we have. On your anniversary, maybe two can live as cheaply as one, but one can have half as much fun. Enjoy your anniversary. This is from Margie, Ira, and Bobby. Okay. I'll just read it. Happy anniversary prayer. May you both be blessed with a world of joy today and every day. Happy anniversary. This is from your brother, Willie Guyton. God bless you on your anniversary. May God, who watches over us and guides us above, grant you the richest blessings of his everlasting love. May the grant true happiness and lasting joy to you, not only on your special day, but always, all year through. Deacon and Sister Oscar Guyton, Sr. $10. Congratulations on your 40th anniversary. It took a while for you to reach this anniversary, and you've seen a lot of favorite dreams come reality. Now may you both look forward to more happy days that hold increasing heart, content, and joy as the years ahead unfold. Hope you stay together always, Iris. $25. Always. Congratulations on your 40th anniversary. This just happens to be the same one. Same card, so we won't read the exact words. This is from Mrs. Johnny Hughes. Mr. and Mrs. Johnny Hughes. And this is $40. Here. Okay. Anniversary wishes. May your day be filled with happiness. May your future be filled with success. Deacon and Sister Jacob Ice. Okay. This is congratulations on your 40th anniversary. This is from Earl and Shirley Hargrove. And this is $20. Page by page is love that grows more meaningfully at every time you stay. And may many joys and blessings keep your home a happy place that is filled with deep contentment and with God's abiding grace. Happy anniversary. Ms. Robbie Wilson. This is $10. As you celebrate your anniversary, though this day holds a meaning that only you can know, someone else remembers too and wants to tell you so. Congratulations from Sister Lily Burke and Sister Rick Lasada. $10. Have a happy anniversary. On your anniversary, may very special happiness fill this day for both of you, and may the year bring everything you're looking forward to. Deacon and Sister Eugene Dillon. Wishing you a special anniversary. To wish a special couple the kind of day that brings special dreams, fond memories, and a world of beautiful things. May all your plans work out just right, and through the coming years, may your love be even greater every time this day appears. Happy anniversary. Deacon and Sister C.H. Williams. Charlie Williams. Oh, I'm sorry. This is $20. Especially for you on your anniversary. God bless you as you celebrate this day. May your love continue to grow even deeper as you walk together in the good things He has planned for you. Happy anniversary. Jordan, Helen, and Janet Taylor. $20. May knowing many others share your pride and gladness too help make this birthday today a happy one for you. Deacon and Sister Henry Rose. Anniversary prayer for both of you. May His guidance and protection as He watches from above guard you on your pathway and enfold you in His love. Happy anniversary. Deacon and Sister Willis Summer. This anniversary greeting brings a special prayer that God will bless you tenderly and keep you in His care. $20. Another one of the pretty 40th anniversary. anniversary card. And this is from Deacon and Sister Eddie Simmons. May God bless you all to have many, many more happy anniversaries. I'm sorry, $20. May this be a day to remember the days that brought you such joy in the past, those days filled with sharing, with closeness and caring, and beauty that always will last. May this be a day to especially enjoy, to treasure each moment together. May this be one more of those wonderful days to remember forever and ever. Happy anniversary, Oscar Guyton. Oscar L. Guyton, your brother. And this is for our special mother and dad, an anniversary wish. In all of the world, there couldn't be a mother and a dad like you, parents who deserve life's best each day the whole year through. And so this brings warm wishes with your special day is here for a happy anniversary and an even happier year. Happy anniversary with love. Mr. and Mrs. Winston Hodges and daughter Tanya. In honor of your 40 years together. Oh, okay. As both of you were thinking of the happy times you shared, the hours of contentment, and how very much you cared, this brings congratulations on your very special day, and wish that still more happiness will always come your way. Best wishes, love, Susie and Jaya.
Don't look like mother and daughter.
Another anniversary, and still doing it every night. Mr. and Mrs. Andrew Tuttle. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you have to see the picture. Another anniversary and still doing it every night.
You're watching television.
Happy anniversary. May all the very happiness of treasured memories make this the very best of all, your anniversary. Lovingly, Fiona Guyton, Kathleen Foster, Lavinia Foster, Louis Foster, and Elizabeth Foster. Thank you all very much.
Anyone else out there have anything to say, to come up to the mic and speak?
First of all, I'd like to say, if they're doing anything else besides watching TV, it must have been a mistake. I give honor to God to my present absent bishop. Really indeed glad to be here on such special occasion, on such special day, for such special people, Deacon and Sister Guyton. And I'm sure I can voice the sentiment of everyone in the building that they have some very fine children. Amen. This is the second one I've been to in the second year. Last two as a maid, and it was very enjoyable, and I'm sure they appreciate having such wonderful children, because everybody don't have that. Whether they have them or not, they're not thoughtful enough to do things of this sort. And I appreciate it for them of having such fine children to do things for them like this. It was a very enjoyable afternoon, and I'm sure I can voice the sentiment of everyone. They enjoyed the meal, everything was nice, and I hope you have many, many more anniversaries. Deacon and Sister Guyton, thank you.
I'd like to say hello to everyone. And I too would just like to say something about a very fine, lovely family of people. And so many times we have a funeral and people come around that didn't normally come before, and I would like to say, I want to say something about the individual swing there. But I think that's the wrong time to say it. I think we should say good things about people while they can still hear what we're talking about and they can see what we're talking about. And there's a lovely couple, there's an example over there with all the beautiful offspring that we see, the lovely children and the other generation, the young grandchildren. You can all see that. All you got to do is you can recognize it. You can look at the eye and the lips, and you know it's a Guyton. Yeah, that's what I'd just like to say you have many more happy anniversaries, and you've done a great job, children.
We'd like to say praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I'm so happy that we were invited to attend this occasion for such two fine people as Deacon and Sister Guyton. I want to say this to those that don't know, we are somewhat part of the family. Amen. Because his granddaughter, his oldest granddaughter is our grandchild. Amen. So I think they're a fine couple. And I want to congratulate the children for putting on such wonderful occasions for their parents, as the children have done here this evening. And I know this cost them many $1 to prepare this for us, but they spared no pain. They went ahead and prepared this occasion for their parents. And I just loved both of them, Deacon and Sister Guyton. And I could say a whole lot of good things about him. A man that served on the deacon board as chairman, longer than any chairman ever served at Lively-Stone in Lively-Stone history. Amen. 17 years he served as deacon board. And I was so thankful that I served as secretary under this man, Deacon Guyton, for many years at Lively-Stone as his secretary. And many times we had our meetings at night, and he can witness the fact. Sometimes I'd be the first one there, and he'd be the second one there. Is that right, Brother Guyton? Amen. So I worked side by side with him, and he never did have to bring me on the carpet about anything. Amen. So he sometimes, things like getting cards for the pastor and pastor's wife, he'd ask me and said, I want you to get a card for Deacon and for Bishop and Mother Scott on the anniversary. I said, I already got it. Amen. He never did worry about it. He knew I'd be first hand on getting cards when the anniversary would come and Easter and what have you. That's their birthdays. So I was happy to be invited. I'm thankful to the children that my wife and I was invited to this occasion. And I'm so glad. I was sad my wife has been somewhat afflicted since last October, down so she couldn't walk. And I'm thanking God that she's able to be here with us this evening. Amen. And she come out of the hospital walking on one of those walkers. Amen. So the Lord moved her off the walker and put on a cane. So you see, she is improving. Amen. And so you to continue to pray for her as she finally put the cane down. She's gaining strength each day. Each day, the Lord is blessing her with strength. So I'm looking that she will be able to put the cane down. The children in Seattle is inviting us to come to the anniversary, their church anniversary, in June. I'm praying that we might be able to go if she gets a little more strength in her limbs. So we desire your prayers, that you pray for my wife and I both, that we may get more to the Lord in our lives. Amen.
I like to say praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I do thank the Lord for Deacon and Sister Guyton on their 40th anniversary. The children are so sweet. I feel like I'm a part of this family. You can talk to Deacon and Sister Guyton anytime. He has beautifully encouraging words to say to you. Yeah. And I just thank the Lord for them. They encourage my heart many, many, many times. The children are so beautiful. We talk about them all the time. They're wonderful. And I just thank the Lord for Sister Deacon and Sister Guyton showing their life and bringing up children like this in this generation today. I just love them. We wish you many more anniversaries. God bless you.
I too feel more honored than Deacon and Sister Guyton for being invited here today. Probably like Deacon Summers, we are sort of tied in through family ties and marital bonds. Yes. But even before that time, Deacon Guyton and Sister Guyton would always, this is my other daughter. So it's been a long time after they came to Lively Stone, they've always claimed me. So speaking in behalf of my husband Johnny and daughter Charnice, we are more than honored to be here. We wish you many more happy years together. Amen.
Happy to be here on this occasion.
Come on.
And this is just a little point that I'm dedicating to them. They don't have to tell how they live each day. And they don't have to say it's a work or a place. But it's a tried through their leader. They show in their face. And however they live, it shows in their face. Yeah. Now the thoughts and deceit that we hold in our hearts will not stay where it first got its start. For sinews and blood is a thin veil of lace. And what we hold in our hearts, it shows in our face. Then their life is not uncertain, not for what they get, but more what they give. And they live close to God, and it's in final grace. And they don't have to tell nobody. It shows in their face.
I'd just like to say good evening to everybody and giving honor to our very special guest. When I got the invitation, the first thing I did was write it down in my book. I did not want to miss this special occasion. That's how much Deacon Guyton and Sister Guyton mean to me. And I feel I see by the response, everybody's here. You all must have felt that these were some very special people. Yeah. I've only known Deacon Guyton for 3 years. And in that short 3 years, I've certainly been inspired by him. And we like to think that we measure a person by the response that their peers give them. And the response has been tremendous. Overall, when I work with him on the boards at Lively Stone, I see the response that he gets from all the people all over the church
And that's a lot of people, and all the people that are surrounding, everybody that knows him has got practically the same thing to say about him. A very steady man who's steadfast in his beliefs with his children, his faith in God. All these point to me and other people as a model to something we should attempt to live up to. So Deacon Guyton, I'd like to say congratulations on your 40th anniversary and keep on doing the same thing you've been doing in the past.
Giving honor to the beautiful couple this evening, Deacon and Sister Guyton. I want to say that I'm very happy and honored to be here this evening. And you know, I just thank the Lord for two beautiful people. And I thank the Lord for your children too, for honoring us, to invite us. And you know, I just thank the Lord for, you know, they were talking up there, and I overheard the conversation. One said to, I don't know, the one in the blue, someone said something, said it was so nice of you all to sacrifice for your mom and dad. And she said, well, yes, said they have been sacrificing for us over the years. And you know, I just thank the Lord for the closeness there. You know, Deacon and Sister Guy, you all came to our 25th anniversary, and I couldn't stop crying, you know. And today, my children wanted to give me a birthday dinner. They've been putting off. They weren't able to give it last Sunday. They wanted to give it this Sunday. But we told them, no, we wanted to come to this anniversary. And I just thank the Lord for you all. I hope the Lord bless you to have many, many more happy anniversaries.
First of all, I have to say congratulations to my mom and dad on their 40th anniversary. They took me in when I was a teenager. And I just want to thank you and praise you. And I just thank you for being so good to me. I just thank you for the years, for the encouragement, for the love, and for the prayers. And from the depth of my heart, I love you both.
I just want to say to the guys, my neighbors, we're neighbors, and the only time we see each other, we wave each other, believe it or not. But, you know, I look at this couple, and I say, Lord, if we could just be like them. I didn't know they had almost 40 years. But, you know, they told me a little inside something they did, and I tell everybody. They probably won't tell me nothing else. But when Philip went into the service, you know, they were there by themselves, and someone told me they had a pillow fight. A pillow fight. I told my husband, I said, they had a pillow fight. I said, if we could be doing that in all the years, because I know they had been married a few years for the family they had. I said, I hope we can pillow fight and run around and have a good time with each other. That is a blessing, a real blessing to have a husband that you can have a pillow fight with all of these years and you still pillow fight. Now that's beautiful, you know that? But it's really nice knowing that they're not going to tell me nothing else. I know it. Thanks for inviting us.
The parents of the gospel family, I would just like to say, using the word GOSPL, this is a grand occasion, a special endeavor, pleasantly planned, to be an everlasting memory and a loving affair.
Praise the Lord, everybody.
Praise the Lord.
You know, I was just going to sit there, but with such two lovely people, there was no way I could sit there. I'm somewhat associated with this family also. The young lady that sang the song is my daughter. And I just wanted to let Grandma and Grandpa know that we love you dearly, and we really appreciate the fact that you invited us for your anniversary. And I know Deacon Summers, my dad, spoke in terms of the finance. You know, he's a finance man. But on last year, we did something similar to this for our parents. They celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary. So we love these kind of affairs, and we just thank you for inviting me. And we just let you know we love you dearly.
I want to say praise the Lord to everyone.
Praise the Lord.
And we want to thank the Lord for being here on such a wonderful, beautiful occasion as this. You know, it's something that touches our hearts. And we can look over families and you see this one going here and this one going there. but he has one family. I know that he can almost call and they all will come around. Why? Because they are together.
Yes.
And you know that is a beautiful thing for a home to stay together. And then I know the next thing about it is a home that prays. Home that prays. That's the way to keep our family together. So, Deacon and Sister Guyton, they are praying people. I know that for myself. I thank the Lord for them. And Deacon Guyton, I am one of his, supporters as lively stones. And whatever he said do, we're striving to do it all our hearts. And we want to say we hope and pray that you all have many more happy anniversaries. And we want to thank you for your children giving you such a wonderful time as this. And I enjoy it myself. Thank you.
I'm here to represent the Mary and E. Guyton side of the Guyton family. And I would like to say to my cousins, Oscar and Henrietta Guyton, you're to be congratulated on the occasion of your 40th wedding anniversary. And I would also like to say to my cousins, their children, you are to be commended for doing such a wonderful job. And I understand why you did this, because I had the pleasure of doing the same thing for my parents 5 years ago on their 25th wedding anniversary. And on this very day, next month, my parents will be celebrating their 30th wedding anniversary. So I understand why you had to do this. And I just want to say that I can now add Oscar and Henrietta to my family example of what a working relationship can be in a marriage. As you know, grandmother and grandfather were together for 54 years before grandfather died in 1978. And I have the example of my grandmother and grandfather and my parents about to celebrate their 30th wedding anniversary, and now you celebrating your 40th wedding anniversary. And once again, I would just like to say congratulations, and may you have many more.
I'd like to speak on behalf of the guys before
I don't really think I need the money. That's my point about it. Originally, I wasn't going to say anything because I thought we would have a problem with the time. But I understand that we could stay until 7 o'clock, as I learned today. But I had a little point that I was going to say after it's all said and done. There's nothing else to say or do. So happy 40th anniversary, Mom and Dad, and may God bless you. But it don't take much to say more because I didn't prepare anything to say, but I don't think that is really necessary because I'm the type of person, I try to be a realist and I try to be upfront. And I learned a lot from my mother and my father without, I think, them even realizing. Because as a child and a boy, I tried to be the best boy that I could be. And I had a mind of my own. But it wasn't long for me to realize that after my father assured me one thing, that he did the best that he could. And my mother said the same thing. But I know that when you do the best that you possibly can, it covers more than just saying that you did your best as a father or a mother. But they did their best together with what they had to work with. And I'm not saying it in a way where anybody could feel sorry for them. Because my father didn't take much for him to bring out a very, very strong result in the end. Because I always believe that you can take negative experience and bring about a very, very strong positive end if God is working in the program. And this is one thing I have to say about my parents. I believe God was with them. I'd like to commend them strongly for doing a very fantastic job, a very tremendous job, a very stupendous job, and they was very, very colossal in their style of doing it. God bless you. I top that. That made me feel good, I tell you. Do something else. Okay, if anybody else have anything to say? Okay, at this particular time, I'm going to have Mom and Dad to say something.
Lord, dear one, and good evening to the ones that don't say praise the Lord. Anyway, we thank God for our children and what they've done today. And I know it wasn't just a really easy thing to do what they've done, because this really was beautiful to me. And if they don't love me, they got me fooled. I'm easy to fool when good things come out. But I truly do thank God for each of them is special to me. Each of them got something special that I could hold dearly concerning them. And I'd like to say, my wife, she's been by my side. She's been great support in these 40 years, but ain't no use to me kidding myself. There's been a few days or nights I'd like to stay down in the basement. We made it. We hung in there. We made it. So I really thank you all for coming and helping and making this what it is tonight. And all these great men and women that you all chosen. Now my children, they said to invitation. We didn't know, my wife and I, we didn't know who all they was inviting. They did this. So we want to thank you all for responding to their request to be with us. And I just don't have words to say how I enjoyed this. And the children, they really touched my heart, the things they have said. And that's jail. I tell you. But all of them, they did something great. I don't think I could have did that if I was that age. They swing back, but see, I want to take credit for coming through this body of my wife and I, that this is coming out. We claiming this thing. It's something we would have liked to done, but we don't accept what we getting from the offspring. So we want to thank you all for coming. May God bless.
Here's Mom.
I would like to say praise the Lord to everybody. And I would like to first thank everyone for coming and to make our 40th wedding anniversary a beautiful one. I realize to thank God for His goodness, because it was love that started it, and love has brought us through this far. And I thank God for love. Love can be expressed in many ways, and I've seen it expressed this afternoon. And first by your coming, your smile, and your smiles and everything just means so much to us, to encourage us. You know, I don't care, look like how good you get at a job or how well it's going. You need encouragement every once in a while. And I thank God for it. And I thank God for love that has brought us this far. I thank Him for the love of our children. And, you know, it just really, when I was going through raising the children up, and at that time it was a depression with me, because I had never gone through this and money wasn't like it should have been. But I thank and praise God for love kept us together. And since they have grown up, I thought the thing I'd go through with, I would never want to do that again, to raise 6 children in a time like this. But you know, I look back, look like I could raise 12 now. But I thank the Lord for it. They have refreshed our hearts so many times. They are beautiful children.
And I want y'all to pray for them. And I'm praying too that God will give them joy and peace and happiness for the things that they have done for us and the way they have made us happy. And again, I want to thank each and everyone for coming. I just love y'all. And if I don't get the chance to hug everyone, I'm going to sure try. God bless you for coming. Thank you.
We're getting ready to close in a few minutes, and we're going to deviate from the anniversary altogether just for a minute. Sister Baxter found out that Gwen, my sister, was expecting a child after 13 years of marriage.
She made me do it. I said, this is not the place, but she said, you got to do it. So she made her this cake. I'm sorry, Emmanuel.
I never thought I'd see this face so happy for my parents, but for myself also. Thank you very much, Mr. Baxter. And I didn't do it by myself.
I would like to say happy anniversary to my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and they set a truly good example, place, you know, and time. I would like to say the same thing. I would like to be able to say we stayed together for 4 years. Happy anniversary. I thank all you all for coming.
You don't know anything about 6 children,
When they mentioned, you know, someone mentioned about, you know, having a baby, and I'm very happy now. But I said I got someone to chase these balls, you know, I play golf. I got someone to catch for me.
Everybody, to the honored guests, Deacon and Sister Guyton, I'd just like to say to you, congratulations on your 40th anniversary. I'm just 5 behind you. Only one thing I want to ask you about that pillow fight. Yes, we get together on that, maybe all stand. Right now, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we come to the close of this service. We want to thank you for everything. We want to thank you for the gesture today, Lord. We want to thank you for keeping together for 40 long years. We want to thank you for such a beautiful family. We want you to bless each and every one. Go with us and stand by us. As we leave this, we want you to watch over and protect us from all harm and danger. Go with us throughout the year. In the name of Jesus that we pray. Amen. Congratulations to your family. You got lucky today. All of you. How are you? Fine. Yes, ma'am. All right, we can pray for you.
Oh, really? Yes, sir.
Oh, I
Great. You know, he was eating them crackers.
Hanging in there, brother.
Come on with 50 more.
Can you get there?
You too close.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Go ahead.
Another girl. Yeah. We're doing them long.
All right, y'all take care of yourselves.
Hey, Pancho, go on. I'll just get you on the bench.
Do you believe that?
Hey, is this the flash?
What? Red light?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? What's the matter?
Nothing. I just want to know.
Got a nice ring too. How you doing, I?
Okay.
I wanted to tell you.
Okay. Really?
You know Linda Jackson?
Linda, yeah, I know the name.
She works with me.
We had a 20-year basketball game last night.
You played against Michelle.
Yeah, I played.
Did you play?
Yeah, I played.
I know somebody else. You know Patricia Smith?
I can't remember that too.
She was in your class. But Linda told me, because I saw your picture in the paper, and I knew she was in that class.
Linda Jackson.
Her name was Linda Jackson. Her name is 4 now. Linda Jackson's life.
Yeah, she's a major rep. Was she a major? I'm trying to figure what she.
I don't know.
She's the one that I'm thinking about. But I know Linda Jackson. But I don't know which one it is.
She told me that was her maiden name, Linda Jackson. But you all did a real nice job.
Oh, thank you. I was kind of spreading it out a little bit. Now you all did some. Do you have some rough times though?
Well, we'll see, it's just the two.
Yeah, okay.
I figured you all must have had a little rough time.
Yeah, well, 6
but
people.
see, it's more, yeah. See, it was just the two of us. So all I had had to do was just shoot it green. You know, I just get in line since I'm the oldest. I didn't have any. We didn't have too many problems. You know, it turned out nice.
Trying to save some of the moments on this video here. We rented this. I don't have a camera. I guess I have to get one. No, we just rented this for the first time. We used to take film, you know, like the 80 millimeter.
Last year when y'all had, he was film, but I thought maybe y'all had the video.
Because everybody's getting videos now, so everybody who got the film, they're going to put it on. Right, gonna put it on, so. We thought we'd get more on it too, you know.
I saw you one day, this has been about 2 weeks ago, I was coming home from work, because you got Oscar 1 on your license plate, don't you?
I got OWGJR. I don't have Oscar 1. Yeah, I think I've seen that car. I wonder who that Oscar was. Yeah, what I mean, don't catch me. I know he probably was doing some devilment. I ain't gonna own up to it. Not me, shoot. Yeah, he was doing some devilment, wasn't he? Yeah, I think I do enough wrong myself to take somebody else's credit.
You coming to the family reunion this year?
Well, I'm still tossing up because I'm trying to get the time off and then trying to figure out. So I'm still in limbo. Are you going?
I think I'm gonna try and go. I'll just take off. Okay, well I guess I'll see you later.
Okay, okay. You're too close.
Hello, special. Okay, here, go.
Remember put the date on there? Yeah. I could have put it on that movie. I only put it on that one. I got it on there now. Put the time on it. You did?
Wait a minute,
We could have put that on one.
Okay, come on. Come on, let's take a picture with Miss. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, you all take care. All right, and we look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, but that's a woman thing.
Well, it might be true.
You put it on.
No. Ryan. Jeremy.
Come on, Jeremy.
Move out the way.
Let me try y'all.
I just want to know how much film you got left on this. Huh? God, it's your
How'd you get?
Okay.
What?
Right now, this is a girl thing. Man, this is not what I want you to get. I want you to get her. Oh, you didn't want the girl? Yeah, get out one.
Let me get out.
Don't touch her then,
No, you
girl.
got nothing?
Okay.
Don't touch you.
Okay.
All right.
Where's your rep? Where's your rep? She's right here.
Okay. Fine. Man, take one of these fine.
Well, I've been busy.
Fine. When I saw you in your coat, I think
Ryan,
Oh, you want to take a picture?
Ryan, come here.
Ryan.
That looks good right there.
Worry the whole time. Worry. And it was a girl thing.
Chanel?
Janae, I can sit. Wait out.
Hey.